Hey guys, and welcome to another Building 101 video. Yes, back-to-back Building 101s. Episode 15, we will be talking about foliage and detail by using green. So this includes bushes, custom trees, vines, bone meal, everything. So let's get started. There are many ways you can use this technique to your advantage. For example, trees, bushes, leaves on roofs, and much, much more like I just said a few seconds ago. So let's start with bushes. So this bush can work in some cases, but you can go further. You can see I'm just using oak leaves here. There's no bone meal around. It depends on the area you're in if you want bone meal or not. So this one could have bone meal or vines or whatever you want. But this is a mixture of jungle and birch leaves. You will get a whole new look. You don't really want to put spruce in here because it's too much of a color difference between the spruce and the jungle and the birch and the oak. Even the birch is a little bit out of place, but it definitely works. You can choose to use that or not. But here's what you would do if you want some more uniqueness to your bushes. And you can also add bone meal. So let's go bone meal. When in doubt, always use bone meal. It just makes it look a lot better. So there you go. And another way to add detail to an area / build is by adding custom trees and non-custom trees. So you can go with a simple big oak tree, and that's where a lot of people stop, but there are simple things that people can do to make it look a lot better. So let's say you do this, you get your oak tree. Of course this one's a little bit different because I don't have world edit. But just by placing a few wood logs and leaves can add a lot of detail. So you can see here I added a tiny little trunk here, so it was straight down like that, and all I did was just add a few blocks around, make it look like it has some roots in the ground, add some falling leaves and some bone meal. So when in doubt, add bone meal. Also, you get the droopy leaves effect. You can see I added some droopy leaves here. That torch there is just for some light, but yeah, droopy leaves helps a lot. So if you have some big trees around in your area, just add a little bit of roots here and a larger trunk at the bottom, and mess around with the leaves up here. And now we go to custom trees. So also some custom trees never hurt anyone. By adding custom trees, you will add a whole new look to your area that will make it unique. So here we have a spruce tree. Instead of the regular Christmas style spruce tree, you have this kind of looking spruce tree. There's a little bit less leaves on there because, well, you're in a colder climate. You have some snow falling down, and yeah, you don't see any of this, anything like this in Minecraft. So it will make your builds look unique, whether it's by a house or just surrounding an area. Also, even by simply placing a few vines and bone meal. Did I put meat? No, meal. Your area will look a lot better. So here you got a little stone structure here. You have some vines on the leaves, and bone meal around. Again, when in doubt, use bone meal. Adds a lot just by adding bone meal. So if you need that last little thing in your builds, this Building 101 guide will probably be for you. So you're looking for that last little thing. It's probably bone meal. It's probably some leaves or some trees around. Adds a whole nother look. So yeah, let's go on to our last part here. Now for some house examples. So leaves on roofs and leaves around the area. Some of you guys may recognize this place, and this is from my Mega Taiga build series. I'm still working on this, and an episode should come out soon-ish. But you can see here in our last episode we added some leaves. Now leaves on top of a rooftop will look really nice. Now even on this roof it could have nothing on it. I guess I forgot to add leaves here, but it can have nothing on it, especially this roof, and it'll look nice. But some leaves, some maybe trees overhanging over, will look a lot better. So you can see here I added some leaves, some bone meal behind the glass, gave it a really nice look. So stuff like that can add a whole lot to your build. So make sure you do that. Okay, now next house. And finally this house that a lot of you may have seen. This house is a great example in everything that I do. I always end up coming back to this house because it looks nice, has all the different aspects that I've talked about in the past and now. So here you have the leaves going along here. This is a little bit too symmetrical. You don't want to make everything look too symmetrical. That's just me. I mean, the house itself can look symmetrical, but the leaves around it can break it up a lot. Now the vines have been growing here a lot, so you could add a piece of string there so it stops the vine growth. That gives it a nice look, and you can barely see the string from all the way back here. Yeah, again, you have this look here, which is a problem with vines, so you kind of want to have them a little bit lower, or in areas like this where you know they won't grow. Okay? And yeah, so again, we have all the aspects of what I've talked about in the past, so make sure you download the World if you want to see some of these Building 101 tips. It's in the description. I believe it's up to episode 13. But yeah, add some leaves in these little cracks here. Not really cracks, but just inside of the house and on the roof. Gives it a whole another look. So anyways, that is it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, click that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already to watch more Building 101 videos. The new Vortex server should be coming up in January. A lot of new stuff that you guys should be checking out. But yeah, that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.